So, there are times in vaping that we go experimental. I've had my fair share of experiments. And today, on a whim, another experiment has been born. When I first got into vaping, and I started looking into rebuildables, I was watching I Get You 69 Scott's videos, and he kept saying .20 gauge Kenthal. Well, me at the time, being a complete newbie and not having one fucking clue what .20 gauge in Europe meant, which turned out to be like 32 gauge in the US, I went on eBay and I ordered like 200 feet of 20 gauge Kenthal, hearing Scott say .20 gauge Kenthal. So, when it first came in, I realized that what I had ordered was a roll of paperclip wire. I figured that's not usable, and so what this video is about is one hell of an interesting experience with 20 gauge Kenthal, and here we go. So, this morning I was on Skype with Dino, stripper swiper, and we were talking about his video where he did a vertical wicking demo of what is it called? Stainless steel cable. Just an experiment. Worked like a dream. And so I don't know, jokingly said, you know what I got in there? And I went and got this wire out. I said, I've got some actually 20 gauge wire. We were talking about 26 gauge wire and how it's like a paperclip to roll it. And I said, oh yeah, and I told him the story of me hearing .20 gauge Kenthal and ordering 20 gauge Kenthal. So, we're sitting there, you know, and I had this wire in my hand, and there's no way in hell you're going to roll a coil with this stuff. But, you know, Dino said, maybe you could use the Peter K method and just try it. I thought, maybe so. So I set it off to the side, and it didn't cross my mind to really give it a try. And then my wife, like coil building guru, is walking through, and she says, hey, do you want me to try to build a coil with this wire? And me being the fellow that I am inside, I kind of laughed to myself and said, there's no way. And, but I said, sure, darling, knock yourself out, give it a go. So I handed her my AC9 and my Chi-U. Wow. She did it. Now my wife didn't know what the Peter K method was. But she took this screwdriver and this paperclip material and started wrapping a coil with it. She took her mesh. So when she got the coil wrapped, she put it on here. She took her mesh and made it fit to it. And this is the results. It's still going. I'm going to give you an up close what this thing looks like here in just a second. Whoa! This is like Cardo level warmth. Do you see that wire? You see how thick that shit is? It's unbelievable. But it works so well. Focus. And so, you know, check this out on the meter. Comes up at 0.3 with a 7 wrap of this stuff. No dry hits, no hot spots. Just a warm, hot Genesis vape. This is 1 milligram juice, my regular 12 stuff. This is 1 milligram juice. It is so warm, it is so rich, it is so, and with 7 wraps, the flavor is so good. Accidental total fucking genius. I'm blown away. I'm gonna have one more vape with this in you guys. Go pick up, I mean this was $4 on eBay. Go try it. You need a little screwdriver, you need the wire, probably like an AC9, something with a really big wick hole. It's unbelievable. I will warn you, don't use a plastic drip tip if you attempt this experiment, because after about a 5-second pull, it's hot. I think it would, over the course of a lot of pulling on it, I think it would probably melt the drip tip. So proceed at your own risk. You do it responsibly. Definitely do not do this with an 18350 battery due to the lower amp limit. Do at least the 18500 up to an 18650. But it's phenomenal. It's an outstanding vape. It's one of the best vapes I've ever had off of that setup. So, give it a try. Now, for those who are keeping up, looking pretty bleak on my grandmother, they're probably going to end up moving her to hospice care tonight. They're not giving her a whole lot more time, but I thank you for the thoughts and the prayers for those of you that are religious, and for the well wishes for those that are not. And if you like the video, do me a favor, spread it out to all the forums and all the places, and share it out everywhere. Give it a like, leave me a comment. Be Strong Vape on Jamie JC West, YouTube, Facebook. See you again next time.